the podium, put on the mic, the way the first word out of the mouth, you fumble altogether. Has there been such instances in the past? Yes?
Almost every week.
Almost every week. Anybody else? Everyone? Now this is a very common scenario, and I'll tell you the reason why it happens. Let me be very honest and not mince the words. Let me bite the bullet and tell you this. This is called overconfidence. You know why? And this happens with everyone, including me also. Once in your past, you must have given a speech which was supposed to be prepared, but you gave it impromptu. It turned out to be really good, and that gave you a boost that guess what? I can give great impromptu speeches in the garb of prepared speeches, and guess what? I'll go and give every single speech in the form of impromptu, and I won't prepare. With me? Agree with me? Everyone? What is the issue with this? I'll tell you something. I call it the casino syndrome. People think the person who visits a casino for the first time and wins is the winner, but guess what? He is the biggest loser. And the ones who actually lose in the first very bet in a casino is the actual winner. I'll tell you the reason. The winner in the very first gamble in a casino, once he wins it and comes back home with a lot of cash, he thinks he's at the top of the world. His luck will always be on his side. And guess what? We have an addicted gambler. But the losers, because they've already understood that their luck isn't there into gambling, they won't be visiting the casino again. But the winner, because he has won once, and at the very first instant itself, he will go on going to the casino again and again, even if he loses in one instance. And that same problem happens with us speakers too. Because if you give one speech great at one point of time without speaking, which was supposed to be prepared, but you gave an impromptu speech, it was really good. After that, you will stop preparing the way you should have prepared after that. And that is a huge issue. The seasoned table topic speaker within you is actually delaying you from becoming a great prepared speaker. And that is a huge problem. So let me tell you certain things that I have prepared for today's keynote speech, and let me be very honest. For the formalities, this is called a keynote speech. This is not a keynote speech. This is a keynote dialogue. I want you to also participate with me. Because I'm pretty sure from the very beginning of my speech today, you have been able to relate what I was saying, right? You all had a good speech. You went on to give a good speech every single time. You gave improved speeches instead of prepared speeches. And that's a huge issue. Going forward, I believe I'll be able to take all of you guys into this great method of learning the art of eloquent storytelling and speaking, and let's bite the bullet together. Moving forward, the first approach, which I call the crisp approach. Everybody has their judges' ballots. Let me break it up to you. It is available in the Toastmaster website itself. So if you don't have it, please do borrow one. Please watch out for the sections, and please do also give him the detailed speech, this page. You can take this one if you want. Thank you very much. So, this is the official judges' ballot that is used by every single voting judge in any contest or a speech contest. Please do go through the parameters. For 1 minute, I will be sparing you. Take 1 minute to read the speech development and the other parameters in the sheet and also the details. Take 1 minute and read it out really well. I also highly appreciate if you can look at the first page of the grades, the parameters and the contained marks, the weightage of the parameters. That is also very important. The weightage. I hope you've already read it. My first question, could you please tell me which particular out of these three options, content, delivery and language, carry the highest weightage?
Content.
Second?
Delivery.
Third?
Language.
Thank you very much. Hereby, I put forward my approach, which I likely to call the crisp approach. What is this crisp approach? Please do write this topic for today. We all need to write a speech today itself, if not a very formal one, but at least a formal one, and that is called where there is a will, there is a way. Please write this on the top part of your grid. Where there is a will, there is a way. And once you have written the topic, please do write a particular instance of your life where this particular phrase matches the best. Where you actually implemented this morale of your life, where there is a will, there is a way. An instance of your life where you actually feel this is the one you felt that. I hope you cleared the topic, and beside the topic, a small word or 2-3 phrase to describe that phase of your life where you actually utilize this phase of your life. Thank you for the cooperation. Well, what I love to call the first C of CRISP is context. Please write the word context. R stands for role play. I stands for imagery. 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 I-M-A-G-E-R-Y. S stands for sense of humor. And please write in brackets optional. Besides sense of humor, you write in a bracket optional. The last P, P stands for play of pace, position and power. Thank you very much. So we have the topic, where there is a will, there is a way. We have that instant of your life where you actually feel this is the quote you feel to be inspired by, and I have also given you the framework of CRISP, right? Now let's move forward to talk about my life. What is my topic? Where there is a will, there is a way. So where there is a will, there is a way. What is my instant of life? It is when I got afflicted with dengue during my placement season. I was left unplaced, but still I got placements in the off-campus, and I am still doing on a job right now. This is the place where I feel I have worked really hard, and a place where I went forward to put up the Phoenix philosophy, never to lose, right? So now I will speak upon all the three frameworks. The first, it was March 2023. I was going to the library every single day. I was studying really hard with my friends. We used to go here and there with my friends to have some tea, to discuss topics. We were preparing for the aptitude test of the placement season. Finance and consulting companies were coming to our campus now and then, and we were all set, really confident that we will make it through. But one day, I felt a pain in my back. That night I went back home, I wasn't really feeling well. No worries, I thought it was out of sheer hard work. You do good get such health issues. The next day I went over here in the morning, I'm not able to wake up from my bed. That's how weak I was. I looked for the thermometer, I measured my body temperature. It was 103 degrees. I called up my mom and told her about the issue. She told me that I should consult a doctor. I went to the doctor. The doctor saw all the needs that you could have. He used the stethoscope to look at my heartbeat and the BP. And after that, he suggested, go and do your blood reports. I did my blood reports. I was still studying. 2 days later, when the blood reports come, havoc shakes up my room. I was afflicted with dengue. The next week, I was having my placement season. The previous week, I was down with dengue. I had to go back to my hometown in Bengal and sacrifice my placement season. Therefore, guys, what is context here? How do you understand context? March 2023, this is the contextual phrase. you're setting up a temporal context to it. There is a time to it. Pain in the back. I wasn't able to wake up. This is explanation of the context. That's how I'm taking you guys to the place where I want to take you. I'm pretty sure everyone actually felt yourself to be on a bed, also going through the same things, right? And this is also called imagery. Imagery is a form where you explain the events in a colorful way, so much so that the audience goes to the place where you want to take them to. So in case of mine, you went to the tea stall with your friends when you were in college life. You went to on your bed when you were afflicted with fever. You went to the bed when you were once sleeping but was unable to come up over the bed because you were weak. So I took you there. And how I made it happen? Because I used my voice. I told you about the details. I told you about my pain in my back. I also gave a temporal significance, March 2023, to put the context. Therefore, that's how I define the first C of crisp approach. So you need to use dates, you need to use details, and this is not mandatory, by the way. You can invent your own ways of describing the context. So that's how you can move forward. Next, role play.